Okay, questions for Clayton Powell-Lee?
Darren Mintz is obviously one of the top quarterbacks in the ACC this year. What have you seen from him on film? What makes him so dynamic and dangerous as a quarterback?
He's overall just knows how to make those throws, honestly. Like, he's a very talented person. I heard he's kind of young, I believe so. Not 100% sure, but he can make every throw on the field. So got to give him his props, but it's a game that we just got to dial into the details a little bit more, honestly, since knowing that he can make those throws across the field in front of him, wherever the cases may be. He even takes the check down. That's how you know you have a good quarterback, honestly. He's willing to gain a profit. So it's just good to know that, and just we're willing for the challenge, honestly. We're up for it. We live for moments like this, and so we're just going to keep working and just grinding.
Coach Key talked about how important it is this week to limit the yards after the catch. Do you feel that the secondary has done a good job with that so far this year?
Honestly, yes. We always talk about if you catch tackle every reception, you'll be one of the top passing defenses in the country, honestly. And I feel we've been doing a really good job at that, so we just got to keep working on that detail. Like, honestly, like when they catch it, everybody's going to make plays. Just catch, like when he catches it, get him down. Make him keep snapping that ball, and then everything will turn out how we want it to.
Alex?
Obviously, no official injury on news on Amari yet, but just how hard is that to see another upperclassman guy, a leader, kind of go down like that with an injury, and kind of how much y'all rallying around and trying to play for him a little bit while he's out?
I mean, it sucks because I was on the field right beside him when it happened, so it's tough to see your brother that you've been playing with for 3 to 4 years go down like that. But I don't know any of the details behind it. I mean, that's the trainers and obviously Coach Keys, they're all over that. So if we can get him to play, we want him to play. And I know he wants to play as well. So just with him, he's going to keep on playing. We know that we got him in spirit even if he doesn't, honestly. But just knowing that he's more willing to play than us, honestly. Like, he really wants to come back. So if we can get him back, we want him back. He's a big key to our success, honestly, on defense.
Najee?
How important is it, Clayton, is to be disciplined? Obviously, you talked about him being a quarterback that does the checkdowns, but if he improvises, scrambles to the right, just staying plastered on the receivers so you don't allow big plays if he tries to throw off the run.
Yeah, that's honestly, we take that into every game, honestly, because any quarterback can make those plays, honestly. Every quarterback, I feel like, has that ability to make those improvising plays, and he's one of them, honestly. So just knowing that and just harnessing on the details of, all right, he may get out the pocket. That doesn't mean come out of coverage. That doesn't mean do these things that you're not really supposed to, honestly. So if we just stay disciplined, stay to our keys, stay to our reads and everything, and plaster when he's outside the pocket, he has nowhere to throw, then we can keep playing ball like that. You can't beat us just running outside the pocket.
With Duke coming off a bye week, how much of that factors into y'all's preparation, if at all? I
mean, we've been going in week by week for the past going on 7-8 weeks now. So it's just next opponent, honestly. I understand that we all understand that they've had a little extra time, by week. You may think, oh, they're going to do all this crazy stuff for, as far as, scheme, bring out new plays and things of that nature. But we just stick to the grind, honestly. Focus on the key play that they may run, the key formations, all this type of things like that. So it's just not really looking at the bye week as an excuse. I would say to give yourself any leeway or anything like that. It's still a competitive game, an ACC conference game, so we just got to keep on working.
How do you feel that the communication has been once the ball is snapped? In other words, passing guys along, that type of thing?
It's been, as far as us as the back end, we practice that every day, honestly, in practice, even pre-practice and everything, just what we see from our side, just communicating both sides because different things can be going on each side. So just trying to understand the full scheme of things and what are they trying to attack us with, honestly. So just our communication has been really good, honestly, I feel like. So we just got to keep that going, and that starts with me and Omar as the safeties in the back end, honestly, and just getting that to the linebackers, getting that to our corners and everything. But it starts with us.
Duke's shown the ability to throw it around a little bit, and they run it pretty good. Is this one of those games as a safety you kind of know you're going to be asked to do a little bit of everything, come up and run support, play the pass? Do you kind of take pride in that, being a kind of all-around player?
I love it, having to be the all-around player is something. I would love to have 2 PBUs, a pick maybe, and about 6 tackles. So I'm up for the challenge, honestly. Me and the rest of my guys, we're up for these challenges. You, at the defense, you live for it. Okay, they're nationally ranked, top 15 or top 30 in the pass and the run, but it's hey, we live for it. We gonna follow our keys, do our job, and try to limit every exposure that we can, honestly.
Najee?
Just quick thoughts. I know you talked about Duke a lot, but just quick thoughts on the running back, true freshman Nate Shepard. He's been playing really high this season, nearly 500 yards rushing. What's your thoughts on him?
He's a very talented back. He's they got to give it to him. He's been playing some good, solid ball. He's not one of those backs that just go down off of arm tackles or anything. You actually got to get your body on him. So I love a back that's like that, and it's a good challenge for me, and really all of us. To stop the run, it takes 11 guys to the ball. So just focusing on those things, because you can't if you're not tackling alone, you can't go nowhere. Honestly.
With Amari out, naturally, some of the cornerbacks are going to have to play more reps than they're normally used to. What are you seeing from those guys, and are there any guys that have caught your eye, in terms of working hard to get those reps? I
mean, we just preach next man up. Honestly, it sucks when you see situations like this happen. It's tough, but it's next man up. Honestly, whatever that maybe we can't let that affect what happens in our preparation. Just because one guy goes down, you can't be like, we're going to lose. This is going to happen, that's going to happen. You can't think like that. That's a loser's mentality, and we don't have that type of mentality in our room, at least. When that stuff type of happens, hey, next man up. No matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, is next man up, and you're expected to make those plays and even more plays, honestly, because it may not be the situation you want it to be, but it's the opportunity for you as that guy that came onto the scene to just make those plays, kind of like how I did. It was next man up when I was a freshman. So just kind of that same mentality of just, next man up. And I can't really speak to whom has caught my eye, but all of them are doing their jobs, balling out in practice, and just trying to seize opportunity, honestly, because everybody's going to get a shot at it.
Alex?
We asked Haynes about the noon kickoff a few weeks ago at Wake Forest. Came out a slow start. He said y'all hadn't necessarily changed anything, but kind of learned some lessons. What do y'all feel like you've learned? Is this another opportunity for y'all to bring your own energy, I guess, early for a noon kickoff on the road? Yeah,
it's always been bring your own energy. You can't rely, because obviously it's an away game, so you can't rely on external things, honestly. We have to, within ourselves, just to get each other going, wake up a little earlier, get each other's fired up and everything, because it's a noon game against an AC opponent in conference. You can't ask for nothing better than that. It is what it is. We just got to go out there and start fast. Even though we may have the history of not, you got to change that narrative. I'm tired of us starting slow. I want to start fast and put some points on the board, get some stops and everything like that. So I want to play fast on Saturday.
Don't want to get too big a picture, but midway point of your senior season, I just want to ask you just where have you grown the most in your game, or where is the part of your game is taking that next jump?
Me personally, I try to work on everything, honestly, whether it's man, zone, and mainly just tackling. As a safety, you got to be a premier tackler, and that's the biggest thing, because plays can happen to where it's a one-on-one with you and a running back, you and a quarterback, you and a receiver. You got to be able to make those plays at a very high level, and that's what I've been harping on for myself, at least. And then making plays on the ball, honestly, being around the ball as much as I can, because you never know. If you're around the ball, you can get a pick, you can get a tip pick, you can get a fumble recovery, you can get a forced fumble, all those little things like that. And as well as my communication and preaching and teaching the young guys, because obviously after this season I'll be gone. So just trying to feed to the young guys as much as I can. That's what was done to me, honestly, by Jalen King. Just preaching to them about taking every rep like it's your last, taking every rep like there's no tomorrow type of things. Always teaching them the big picture of not just football, but in school and outside of this life, because we're more than just football players. We have lives, we have families, we're just more than a football player. So just trying to teach them the balances of life because it's hard. You're a freshman. It's a lot of pressure on your plate. You may feel like you got to do it for the guys at home. Nah, do it for you. That's the biggest thing I preach to them.
What's the key to kind of unlocking this run defense? This is a solid defense, but it seems like the rush defense is something that can stand to be improved.
Yeah.
How do you guys do that, and do you guys kind of take that personally?
We take it personal because if someone's wanting to run the ball on 4th and 1, we take that as an insult. If someone says that they can run the ball however many yards, however many times, it's an insult to us as a defense, honestly. So you got to trust the person next to you. We always say, do your job, play your gap, don't do nobody else's job. And that really plays a factor into how defenses come together, honestly. Because if you have full faith and full trust in your brother that he's going to do his job, that means I can have full faith in myself to do my job. And then when things like that happen, it gets scary for defenses, especially run defense, because that's a big thing, honestly, as well as pass. But it's always good to have a good run defense.
Anything else? CP, thanks, buddy.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.